Hi, my name's Christie, and what a year it has been. I don't know if it was good or if it was bad, but I do know it was so damn interesting to look back on. This year has been the greatest and weirdest year of my life. Now I'm gonna dive straight into the heavy stuff, so earlier this year I experienced something I think was depression. But thankfully it only lasted 3 days. I know that sounds silly and impossible, but it's true. I didn't eat, I didn't get out of bed, I didn't even talk to my friends. I just didn't want anything to do with life. I didn't tell anyone, I didn't reach out. I told my mum I felt sad and a bit weird, but I wanted to work it out by myself. It was the strangest feeling ever for me because I have such a lust for life. But that just wasn't present at all. But somehow, I literally talked myself out of it. Again, sounds silly, but I kept asking myself why I felt like this and what was wrong, and I don't know. Could have been a mixture of things, but it felt like that lust for life switch had just turned off in my brain. During this depression, I figured the only way I could get myself out of this and get myself out of bed was to give myself a project. So I had two. One was to create a glasses rack to put all my sunglasses on, and the other was to paint my door red. I completed both of these projects while watching Mamma Mia on repeat. Many hours. Many hours. Seems pretty trivial, but having something to look forward to finishing and having something to do to get me out of bed and having something to get my mind off the absolute mess that was my brain at this time helped to clear it just a little bit. I started going out with my friends again over the next few days, and the feeling had well and truly passed, and that switch was turned back on. Felt like myself again. A couple months later, and the literal weirdest thing happened to me. I went to a concert, and during the last song, a crackhead decided to try crowd surfing by simply jumping and landing on the back of my neck. I was fine, but goddamn, that shit hurted. The next day, I played soccer, and a stinky bitch decided to tackle me, and I landed on my neck. I owe the crackhead and the stinky bitch a lot, because ever since my 2 neck injuries, I had this newfound sense of confidence. It was like anxiety didn't exist to me anymore. Nothing made me feel nervous. I felt like I could literally say a speech in front of the entire world and not be fazed by it at all. This was so weird for me because I would have a panic attack every time my phone would ring. But this felt like a superpower. So with this newfound sense of confidence, I decided to ask a boy out on a date. He respectfully declined. And guess what? I didn't give a shit. I would normally dig myself a hole and cry and have an absolute existential crisis about it, but with my newfound superpower, nothing fazed me. This lasted like 3 months until some shitty things happened, but such is life. The superpower is now gone, but since I know what life is like with it and what life is like without it, I always strive to be the way I was when I had it, even if that means faking it until it feels real. Some other things happened this year. I turned 21 and had the greatest party I could ever ask for. I returned to New York for the first time since living there, and it felt unreal. I got to see my great friend John, who I met when I was living there, and that was pretty special. My rabbit turned 1, which is like 20 in rabbit years. So we're almost the same age, and I love him so much. I went on my first actual date. I went on a mini road trip across the west coast of America with my family. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. Hello, what? A lot of great, new and fun experiences this year. I also learned a lot. I feel like this year was a year of growth for me. I learned that people don't change. They can change the habits that they've developed, but you can't change the way a human's wired. I learned that it's okay to lose friends because everyone in your life is there for a reason, but that doesn't mean that they're there for your entire existence. I learned making new friends is very special and often kind of rare. I learned that appreciating the people around you and showing them the love they deserve is vital, even if they ditch you and make you go to a Mamma Mia party alone. Twice. I learned that saying no to things just because you don't want to do them and avoiding things until you absolutely have to approach them is not a way to live. I actually started saying yes a lot more this year, and by doing so, my bank account started crying. However, I would always give myself a break and keep checking in and taking a step back and analyzing and then continuing forward. Because that's what it's all about, growing. I hope everyone had a good year, but I feel like 2020 is going to be something different. something really special. Maybe because it's a new decade, or maybe because it's going to be the 10-year anniversary of the best year of my life. 12-year-old Chrystal was very happy. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting all year. I'll see you next year.